Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum student. This is Humaira Saeed and today we are going to discuss one of the most relevant topic for the Introduction to Mass Communication course, and the topic for today is how to write an article. The topic is very catchy, the topic is very informative. What is an article? How to write an article? What are the steps of writing an article? How to draft an article? What are the main elements? What are the main topics? What are the different types of article? That will be the discussed, and it is an agenda for the today session. So pick out your pencil and the paper so that we may join and start our session. The first step, which is article. What is article? I don't know, but since my childhood, I have been a very good reader of newspaper. I used to start my day after namaz with reading the newspaper. And my interest in when I was child, my interest was reading the news and the stories of like the children's story or the page which is associated for the children. But as I was gradually growing up and I was a student of journalism as well, so my interests were diverted more towards the news, not the politics but the general overview of the news, and gradually I inclined towards reading the articles. Like articles, if I must say that it is a complete compendium and the potpourri, and the most appropriate word is the frago of all the information which is placed in heading and the subheadings on the front and the last page. But article is the most authentic thing because it based on the research, and it is one opinion of a person, because articles makes an opinion. So it is what I believe that how the article important is. So basically article is a piece of writing whose motive is to publish in the newspaper and to make the differences with the world. Like if you have a different opinion on one topic and I would have a different opinion, if I would write an article, I will definitely become the opinion leader of those people who are following me. Maybe you are watching the different sides of the coin and the different sides of the picture, so your opinion will be matter for those who are your followers. And nowadays the e-articles, like the articles which may come to you by subscribing, is very much common. Articles have been written just to grab the larger audiences, like the larger readers as well. So article has an equal importance. On which topic one must write an article? There are various topics: social issues, child marriage, child labor, violence, terrorism, politics, inflation, corruption, feminism, patriarchism, and massacres, bloodshed, all these things, and all these are the topics on which an article is being written nowadays. And if you are habitual of reading newspaper, Urdu newspaper, you would have find a different interest. And if you are habitual of reading the English newspaper, you would find the different methodology, the format, and the interest, and the different articles. So every newspaper has its own taste, has its own writers which writes on the different topics. Maybe the one topic is being seen with the different angles by the different writers. So the article is of an equal importance because it has an weight, it gives an opinion. You may write on a different topics as I have mentioned. So now discuss that what are the different types of the articles. There are different, as you know, in the paragraph writing we discussed. So the articles are of same types, like you may have a demonstrative, descriptive, narrative, reflective, and imaginative, sometimes opinionated and expository and argumentative type of the articles. So as we were discussing that there are the different, and you may write these articles in a different methodology and giving it on a different topic and the different methods as well. So in a descriptive writing method, the format will be the same, but the vocabulary, the temperament, the tone, the pitch, and the writing style will be different. You know, dear students, every written creation has the taste and has the writer's oneself in its literary creation as well. Like you cannot eliminate your own self from your writing. So you would reside in your writing, and it is a very literary quotation that when you create something, when you write something, you are reflecting yourself, your thoughts, your personality into your writing, and we will find in the article as well. The most important thing, my dear student, is that those who are writing on the daily basis or who have been paid, many of the newspapers used to hire the services of those who have a grip over the writing, and they write in a very lucid and a fluent way, and they know how to create an opinion. And those who have an opinion definitely write for the newspaper so that they may grab the attention of those who are their followers. So they are the trendsetters, they are the mind changers. Definitely they help the people to develop an opinion over some issues. Like in the previous times, the CPEC issue, like China-Pakistan economic door, that was the hot topic and hot talk of the day, and many of the article writers were writing in the favor, many of them were writing against of that, and it means that they were opinion and they were giving the different 5D views of the of seeing something. So dear student, writing article is entirely different from for writing a research article, or writing for a journal, or writing for a cooking cooking recipes. Like there are the different taste of the writing as well. Many of authors write sports article, many for the women article, like we say the pink articles. Many of them write for the particular for the children, many write for the scholarly articles. So their writing style and the format will be entirely different for those articles which you write in the newspaper. So I have bring a very casual newspaper, and from this newspaper I wanted to tell you that how an article is being written. So maybe something is familiar to you, and it is the online Qurbani. So online Qurbani, the heading of the article is very catchy. Nowadays everyone is buying their animal for the sacrifice, everyone is ready to perform these religious rituals, and now this online Qurbani article will be very much helpful, because nowadays the government is saying that to avoid in the days of pandemic and the group of the people, and for this, rather than going into some people where there will be large number of animals as well, and to avoid the worst situation, better to book your animal on the online, and everything will be provided at your home. So this online Qurbani will definitely catch your interest, and you will read all the pros and cons in it. You will read down everything which be related to it. So this is like if I start reading this online Qurbani, and this article will be very much helpful for me to be opinionated and to create opinion as well. Now, what are the different format of writing an article? Dear students, when you write for the newspaper, the format is very simple. Like there will be some headings, as I just give you an example, like online Qurbani. So you will be so happy to, and it will catch your interest as well. Byline, what is bylines means? It is a heading, and the subheading is said to be the byline. Like online Qurbani now available, it will be the heading and subheading. Now becomes the format. Like in the newspaper, as I told you that while writing the paragraph, you have some pyramid like start, climax and end. So while writing the online your articles, your format will be like this as well. So you never run after any of the format, and sometimes it depends upon the newspaper, but what kind of the format they are giving to you. Javed Chaudhary, Tayyiba Zia, and Dr. Ajmal Niazi, Hassan Nisar, Hassan Askari, they all are the very prominent and good opinion leaders, because they used to write articles on the daily basis. Like Nusrat Javed is one, and they have their own fan following, they have their own writing style, and they have developed and bent the mind of the people. Many of the new article writers like you and me are not emerging, and we have our own taste and own right. They particularly write on the politics and the emerging issues, and you and me would write definitely about the education, about the pink magazines, and about the sports as well. It depends upon our interest. So this will be the format. Then there will be the opening lines. Like if you are writing about the online Qurbani, or if you are writing about the corruption, so there will be some opening lines. What will be the opening means? Opening means that you have to give the background of some knowledge. Background knowledge of something, and it will be very important for you to have a grip over some topics and then start writing. If you like quoting some references, giving the religious anecdotes, giving the religious and the Quranic references, that will make your writings more pompous and more authentic as well. Here becomes the explanation about the opening and the topic which you have suggested to write up. And then there will be the additional information, and the conclusion must be with some suggestion. Like you cannot suddenly conclude your article, there must be some good suggestions. Like if you are in a favor to open for the reopening of school on the 15th September, okay, write an article given a references of the different countries which have overcome the pandemic and now they have planned to open their school. But do give the suggestion that if the government want to open the school, then there must be some SOPs they must follow, or open the schools and the university or colleges for the higher classes rather than the students from the 1 to 5 class, because they are so young and no one can afford to send their little ones to school, so better to call the young the adult student. So always conclude your article with the suggestion rather than giving an abrupt ending. What are the basic 6 steps of writing an article? There must be, but Christina Katz, he is an American author and the American newspaper writer and journalist as well, and so she has given us the 6 basic steps of writing an article. The number 1 is the topic. You must have a topic for writing an article. Like you can, without any purpose, when you cannot speak, then without any purpose and having a topic you cannot write. First of all, you must have a topic. You may take an emerging topic, the hot table talk, the topic about the women. Like in the previous months, the feminism was on the top and they were like the ice on the cake. So you must have a topic and the background knowledge of the topic as well. Audiences. For which audiences you are writing an article? If I would write an article, my audiences would preferably be the students or the children or the women. If you write, maybe your preferences will be the old age. Like you have to set the target that for which audiences you are writing this article. There must be some research in it. What the research means? If you are writing on the feminism, you must know that what are the first, second and the third waves of feminism, what is the scope of the feminism, what is the place of women in Islam, in Pakistan, that what kind of a freedom the women need. So you have a complete statistic around the globe. You may take the references of the different interviews from the different prominent women of the affluent people as well. Anecdotes, you may give your reference or the reference of your family, or you may include any reference of yourself. It said it will anecdote, it will be said the research of the topic. Draft, try to draft your article. Draft means you have to put some commas, add some references, some statistics, check some vocabulary. If you are writing in Urdu, then check the sentences, the connection, the coherence, that how much the sentences are connected with each other. Is there any irrelevance added or something which is beyond the understanding, you would remove it. Then specify your article, that why you are writing article, when it will be published, what will be the audiences, what will be the purpose, what will be the outcome. Either it will create an outrage in the people, or it will soothe, console or calm them in the future. So it depends upon your topic. If your topic will be controversial, definitely your article will be controversial and no newspaper will be published it. But if your topic is catchy, interesting, it will increase their circulation as well, so your topic will be published as well. Like myself has published 5 to 7 newspaper articles, and they all were published because I particularly write on the social issues and particularly about the women. As I told you that the social issues are so many and you may write and indict on that. After writing of your article, then read your article, revise that, either is there, if it is in English, then check out the mistakes and then review. You may review your article yourself, you may send it to some more experienced and more prominent person to review your article. They will pick out some mistake, they will give you the direction that how you may write an article. So this was all about for the lecture today, in which we discussed the articles, give you the reference, you may read articles, so you may learn that how you may write an article as well. So come up with a new topic next week. So take care. Allah Hafiz.